Welcome, everybody, to the Revenant podcast. I'm Alex Sewell. This is Ricky Hughes. This is number 4, possibly 3, because we actually have one that we filmed that hasn't been released yet.
Right.
That's on Ricky.
That's my bad.
He has his own show you think could be better at it.
Well, you see, here's the thing. First off, my audio is too high. I'm going to adjust that in a sec. Second thing, I took my laptop to work. I work at a car dealership, and I was tired of using our computers because they suck.
Okay, that's fine. So this is probably going to be 4. It might come out as number 3, but it's technically the 4th one that we've done. So today, we really don't have much of a plan. We just kind of want to get at it. I rushed over here as quickly as I could. I was actually on the Ricky Hughes show.
That's true.
Just a little while ago.
Probably check that out.
Rushed over. Definitely check that out. A lot of fun. Actually, surprisingly enough, I thought that because... What happened?
No, it was just favoring me a little bit.
Oh. Looking at you more than me, huh?
It is fixed now. It was looking at me a little bit more.
Look at this guy.
So
he gets his own show and then he thinks he's big shit. So anyways, what I was going to say, though, is I figured that it would sort of feel the same to Revenant because it was essentially us doing the same stuff, talking back and forth, but it wasn't. You did a very good job of hosting.
I appreciate that.
It actually felt like I was a guest and not a co-host like it is here.
That's exactly what you were.
Although I'm the guest on that, and you might think that, why would they do the Ricky Hughes show with Alec when they just have a Revenant podcast? Watch it. You'll see. It's a lot different. I like it. Even the layout's different.
It is a little different. We mix it up a little bit. I am going to be on my phone a little bit.
Yes, same here.
Reason being, we put out into the social media world that we're asking questions. It's basically an AMA. But we don't have a tripod to do live, so we're just going to do that type of question for now. So I will be checking that periodically. So I
wish you could hear us.
Disrespect anybody.
I about said, go on right now and ask us some questions, but you can't hear this because this is definitely not live for people watching this.
Yes,
so
it will be too late at this point.
Anyways, I think I'm going to do an Insta story.
I think you should.
I'm going to do one right now.
In the meantime, I will talk about the training program that we're both on. I feel a little unprepared. My seat was not situated, but I did have to get up. We are doing Lane Norton's FAT program. It doesn't mean you're fat. It's PHT. It's an acronym for
What's up, everybody? I am on Revenant Podcast right now. I just interrupted Ricky. He's right there. We need some questions, so ask us right now. We can't do live right now, but if you ask us any questions, we will answer them on the Revenant Podcast.
Like I was saying,
Go on.
Lane Norton's FAT program is power hypertrophy adaptive training. How it lays out is you have an upper strength day, a lower strength day, rest day, back and shoulder hypertrophy, leg hypertrophy, chest and arm hypertrophy, rest, and then you repeat the whole thing. Today we had our upper strength day, and overall I feel like it went pretty well. It's nice to actually kind of lift with somebody once in a while. And we were moving a little bit of weight for the most part.
Yes, I really enjoy the program. I've only been on it for about a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks.
Week and a half?
Yeah, really like it. It's a lot different from other programs I've done, especially the strength part, which is good because aesthetically and physique-wise, I'm not great, but I'm fine in that realm. What I'm not fine in is I don't mean to sound cocky. I probably look like I can lift more than what I can actually lift, though. So I definitely needed to work on strength and stuff like that. So
what you're saying is you're all show, no go.
Exactly.
I just got a notification saying that was your first Instagram story.
Was it?
That's what my phone said.
Yeah,
that's a
I
little
definitely didn't
sad
tell
first off.
people to DM us. I just said,
surely that's
we can't do
inferred.
this live, but ask us anything. Hey, that's me.
That
I didn't know
is
that
you.
was my first one, though. That's pretty neat. So
Yeah, you need to do that more often. I feel like that's kind of a big thing because of the way the algorithm redid everything.
Really?
Stories are a way that you can actually probably connect with people. A lot of people go through and just click through the stories, so they're at least kind of seeing it
kind of seeing some content there.
Yes, whereas it
And-
could just get lost in the feed otherwise.
Cool.
But yeah, purpose of the fat program is progressive overload.
Yeah.
So you're doing a little bit more weight or a little bit more reps each week. I have kind of been in the habit of I do the same workout, the same reps, the same weight.
Yep.
And somehow in my head, I'm thinking that if I just get a pump, I'm somehow going to grow and then I'm going to get jacked. And that's probably not the case.
And if you're at a little plateau in your workouts right now, you should try out this program, because I think that's what's going to help you at least get over this little consistency thing that you're in right now. Definitely helping me. So very fun. What else? You got a new puppy.
I did. We got a Rottweiler named Apollo. He is 8 months, 8 weeks old, and
Yeah.
he is awesome.
He's the cutest little thing in the world. He's
He
going to grow
is.
up to be a big boy too.
He's going to be huge.
Let's talk about dogs real quick, because I have a pit bull mix, a pit bull and a boxer or whatever, but breeds like Rottweilers and pit bulls and bull mastiffs and stuff like that get a very bad rep. My personal opinion has always been dogs are just like people, except better. But in the sense that if you raise a child to be a bad person, that child's going to grow old and become a bad person. And I think
Yes.
the same thing goes with dog. If you raise a dog to be very mean and vicious, and I think pit bulls and Rottweilers and stuff have been raised that way in a lot of cases, because they look very tough and they
Right.
look very mean, so they get into the wrong hands. So anyways, I think they're the cutest dogs. My pit mix Hercules is the sweetest dog in the world. So
He's kind of crazy. In a
He
good
is.
way.
Yeah.
He's excited. He likes to play.
Very, very energetic. So, but anyways, if you're one of those people out there that automatically think that the breed of the dog determines how nice or mean it will be, I think that's wrong. I know there are
I agree.
some breeds that are just traditionally more aggressive than others.
Sure, but that doesn't mean that they're all going to end up that way.
No. So I'm all on board with you getting that Rottweiler.
Well, I was looking for your permission, so now that
Wow. Well,
that's been granted, I feel good about my decision.
I am all on board.
Yeah.
So that's
Potty
good.
training's going okay. He does have a couple accidents a day, but we've had him for less than a week, so what can you do?
It's a couple accidents a day, okay?
I don't know if it is, but I've never trained a puppy
I feel like-
before, so
I feel like if the potty training was going okay, he would have fewer accidents.
yeah, I don't know if it's
I
really
think
slowing
it's
down
just
necessarily.
going right now.
It is going. It is moving forward.
Yeah, definitely.
No questions yet, so we'll just keep rolling, I suppose.
Let's keep talking.
What's new with you?
New with me. So, not a lot in general, but I am going. I was about to say I just found out. I just decided and picked a competition date for my first bodybuilding competition.
Oh, that's exciting.
Physique style, yeah.
So
So-
physique, you're going to be wearing the man
Board
thong.
shorts.
Oh, okay.
The board shorts. The man thong is for the bodybuilding pros.
Oh, gotcha.
Those are for those tree trunk legs, you know.
Yeah.
And classic, I think actually, this is not something we talked about on the Ricky Hughes show, but you are also going to possibly be at that competition, I think.
I might be there. I've not made an official announcement.
Not made an official announcement.
But this can be it. I'm going to do is it Midwest MPC National? It has kind of a long title.
yeah.
It's a national qualifying show.
I didn't want to jump the gun on your
Yeah, sorry. You just
on
kind
your
of spilled the
announcement. I mean,
beans.
we're 14 weeks out. I figured.
You kind of spilled the beans there. So I'm probably going to start cutting around 12 weeks out. So that would be probably pretty soon. Are we 14 weeks or are we just a little under?
Probably just a little under 96 days,
Cool.
something like that.
Yeah, last time I did a 14 or
Something like
16 week
that.
cut, but it was pretty easy.
Yeah.
I felt like I could have been ready a couple weeks ahead of time, so I'm just going to do a 12-week cut. I don't want to lose quite as much muscle mass, so
right.
if I do a shorter cut, I'm hoping that'll help out a little bit. But
Hey, good news though. Our last video only got like 86 views, so only about 86 people are really even gonna know that you're competing.
that's true.
So
That is true.
Unless the odds come out and for whatever reason this episode blows up and it gets thousands and thousands of views, then you might be screwed. But I think right now, I think you're still pretty
Probably
good.
pretty
I
safe.
think you can still wait a week or two or however long you're going to wait to post onto social about it.
Well,
like I did.
To be honest, the time it will probably take me to actually upload this will probably be about 6 weeks out.
That's true.
So
That's
really,
true. That is
I'll
also
be pretty
true.
lean then.
Yeah.
And it'll start to get pretty obvious. But yeah, I'm pretty excited for that.
I
My
am
last
too.
show I did was last July. It was
You've
just
done one before.
Yes, it was an NPC classic physique.
It's funny because when you did that one, you got your NPC card,
Right.
but it expires a year from the date
Yes.
of your last competition, which is like 2 or 3 weeks before our new one. So
I will
you'll
have to
probably
get a new
pay
NPC
for
card.
a new NPC card.
But that's
I
okay.
have never competed before, so I'm pretty psyched about it.
Yeah, it is. It's very exciting. It's a little weird. I was pretty nervous at first. I wasn't nervous to go out there and pose or anything. I was nervous for my solo pose down. I can't think
I
of
forgot
what
about
my
that.
posing routine.
Uh-huh.
That's the part that I was nervous for. I didn't prepare very well, probably because I was nervous, and then I just kind of winged it.
Wung it. It's gotta be wung it.
I wung it the night before in the hotel room.
He wunged it.
I
Wung
played
did
some
it.
music and then figured out what my routine was going to be, and then I just did that the next time. But I didn't.
Was it weird just being you up there?
Not really.
Yeah.
What was
Is
weird?
it everyone else is off the stage, or is it everyone moves back and you move up?
Nope. Everybody else is off the stage.
Everyone's
You
off
walk
the
onto the
stage,
stage.
you
They
walk
start the
You
music.
do your little thing. How long
Yes.
is it?
For classic physique, it's 60 seconds. I think it's shorter for men's physique.
Okay, cool. Because there's less posing, I think,
Yes.
in physique, which
Like,
is what I'm doing.
You can't really see people very well
Yeah.
because there's lights, at least the venue that I was
Yeah.
at. But you also can't see yourself. I feel like
That's weird. That's why I've heard you need to get used to practicing your poses not always in the mirror.
exactly.
So that when you get up there, you don't want that to be your first time with no mirror. It's going to throw you off,
Yeah,
So
and I didn't do a good enough job of posing without the mirror, so I think that kind of hindered my
what's the
performance.
what's the difference you think, or not you think, but for those who don't know, do you want to explain the difference between classic and men's physique?
So men's physique, you're judged kind of on a combination of your conditioning, which that's how lean you are basically.
Uh-huh.
And your overall stage presence and personality. So it's more about smiling, being inviting, and kind of having an upbeat presence about you while
Right.
still having a shredded physique with
Right,
symmetry and
yeah.
everything like that. And you wear board shorts, so the biggest
Yep.
noticeable difference is the poses are a
legs.
little different. Yeah, you can only see knee down.
Yep.
So those are like swimming trunks basically.
Uh-huh.
Whereas classic physique, you're more in kind of a boxer brief types, picture volleyball spandex,
Yep,
but
yep.
on dudes. And the posing's a little different. It's like the golden age with Arnold, Franco Colombo,
Uh-huh.
all those guys. And it's a little bit more based on the muscle symmetry and the overall development of the muscle.
So,
and the
like,
proportions and everything.
How much mass
Not quite.
is going to be in those muscles? All I'm saying is that obviously you see the physique guys aren't as large as a lot of classic
Usually
guys.
so, but
Usually.
there is a weight limit on NPC classic physique.
Oh, really?
Whereas the actual bodybuilding category, there's a weight limit, but then you have your heavyweights and everything, and that's where
true.
kind of
I
get
gotcha.
the
I feel
mass
you now.
monsters.
Yep.
Yeah.
I feel you. So, yeah, that's interesting. And you're just, I guess, if you're trying to decide on your own which class am I going to fit the most into, I would say a pretty big part of it comes from your height and your overall natural build. So, like, I'm naturally tall and lanky. So it's going to be, I would say, easier for somebody like me to get a physique style body going versus a classic style body going. And there's also height restrictions and stuff per class and stuff like that. So, yeah. Whereas someone like you, who is a little shorter and has always had a little bit more mass on you,
Right.
it's going to be easier for you to get that classic physique going.
I would say if you
Something
have
along those lines.
if you have really good legs or legs are one of your strong suits, you should show them off. You should do classic.
Yes.
If you're like you said, taller, skinnier, legs
Uh-huh.
aren't quite as good, then do physique. But
Yeah.
either way,
Yeah.
you can do both if you want. Lots
Yeah.
of people do both.
Yeah. You can compete
Nothing
in
wrong with that.
just about as many classes as you want, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any type of limit. It
I
would
don't
just
think
get a
so
little
either.
expensive.
Yeah. Yeah. Every class costs money though. But I definitely say the biggest thing for me was just pulling the trigger and actually picking a date. So if you want to get real motivated and pumped up, you need to pick a date.
I think it's important to put a date on the calendar like you're talking about so you have something you're training towards
Yeah.
and you're not just
Yeah.
trying to meander your way around and get fit.
Right.
Yes.
Because 96 days is not that far out.
No, it is not. It's exciting that you
And-
finally picked a date. You've been talking about it for a little while.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. A long
You've
while.
been wanting to do it for a little while, and now you're
Yeah.
actually going to do it.
Nervous for sure. But it'll be fun, though. I just want to get up. I hate saying don't go into it with the mindset that you're not going to win, because obviously it's better to have a winner's mindset.
Sure.
But at the same time, I'm just going up there just to get on stage for the first time
Yep.
and see what that feels like.
Yeah. Get some experience.
Do my first cut and training or pre-competition training, see what that's like, feel it out and everything. And if I win, great. If not, great.
Yeah,
know what I mean?
It's good to get out there for the
Yeah.
first time, get your feet wet,
Yeah.
kind of see if it's something you actually want to do, and you just learn a lot doing that first competition prep. You learn what works for you,
Right.
what doesn't, how much cardio you need to do. Maybe you don't need to do cardio. You'll learn all that stuff.
I do. I need to do cardio.
You do? What type of cardio do you do now?
Is there a none category? No, I'm just kidding. The only cardio I do right now is on some of my leg days. I will warm up with a pretty intense session on a stationary bike.
Yeah.
And then I will also cool down with that. But that's honestly about it. Stationary bike stuff. Every now and then I'll go on like a mile run. But that's like maybe twice a month. So it doesn't really count.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm definitely in the best cardiovascular. Well, I won't say best, but one of the best within the past 2 years, maybe even 3 years. Definitely the best cardiovascular shape right now.
Really?
Yeah,
And what do you think that's from?
higher intensity workouts. Just because I get my blood flowing more and stuff
makes
like
sense.
that or whatever. Cutting out bad shit and stuff like that.
That
too.
definitely
So,
helps.
Yeah, definitely helps
That
a lot.
helps
So,
quite a bit.
yeah, but so I'd like to have at least 2 pretty solid days that also include cardio. And then the big thing for me to cut down is going to be lowering my daily calories and stuff like that. They're not crazy high right now, but they need to be lower.
Right.
And fats and all that stuff like that,
Sure.
So there's a lot more. I mean, when you pick that date and then you go, okay, what do I need to do? And you start going, I need to do this, I need to do that, I need to do this, I need to do that. And you realize there's a lot of science behind all of this.
There is quite a bit.
It's not just a bunch of meathead, egotistical guys lifting weights in the gym. There are a lot of those people out there for sure, and some bodybuilders are like that, but you'll realize that most bodybuilders aren't trying to go up there to go, hey, look how huge I am. It's a very selfish sport, and it should be.
Sure.
Going to the gym in general should be focused on you, but it's just more of like, how can I literally sculpt my body to what I think looks good? Know what I mean?
Yeah, I get what
Yeah.
you're saying.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah. So that's exciting. I'm happy for you. I'm going to be doing it with you, so it'll be cool to kind of have somebody
Yeah, that'll be interesting.
to cut with.
When are you starting your cut? I'm
Probably-
starting tomorrow.
Probably in 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Cool.
I think I'll do 2 weeks. Maybe one.
I feel you.
Maybe I already started and I'm just kind of trying to
Whoa.
yank your
Trying
chain
to
a little
throw me
bit.
off?
Maybe I am. I think
Hey,
you
listen.
should actually wait until the last possible minute.
Really? That is interesting. I mean, you've obviously done this before, though. I should probably just take your word on it.
Yeah, I think you probably don't even need to cut, actually. You should probably try to put on more mass and just try to come in as full as you can.
Part of that's not wrong. I definitely need to put on some more mass because, like, I could cut right now
Mm-hmm.
and I could be very, very lean. Even if I was at like 2% body fat right now, the actual physical size of my muscles still needs to go up,
Right.
obviously, which is what happens over this training program. As you cut, you build muscle mass, but lose some of that fat.
Sure.
So that's exciting. I'm looking forward to it.
I wonder if I don't think we looked to see how many height classes there are for physique at this show.
Did we not look last night, or was that classic?
I don't think we looked at this specific show. We just
Googled.
we found the different rules. Because I wonder if we would be in the same division if I did physique.
That's yeah. Because what are you, 5'10"?
Yeah, 5'10" and 3/4.
5'10" and 3/4.
So
very
if
specific. I'm about 6'2" right now.
If there's only like 3 height classes in physique, I think the cutoff would be at like 5'10".
Yeah, so you could probably be in that.
I might be. I'm gonna look it up real quick.
Compete
I don't know if we'll be able to
together.
find it. I don't really have any interest in doing physique though.
Right? Yeah.
But I am gonna Google
Different
that
body
and check it
parts,
out.
so body types rather. Yeah, no, definitely. And I have no interest in doing classic. Not yet.
Do you think you would eventually?
Maybe. It had to. I want to see how physique goes. I want to feel that out, and then as I'm there, it'll be nice to see some professional classic guys there and compare their physique to my physique and go, okay, is this not necessarily about would it be easier for me to stay at my physique, or would it be more difficult for me to obtain a classic physique, but just sort of feel it out and decide which class is going to suit me the best. Because obviously you want to do something you excel at.
That would probably be the best,
Yeah.
unless you do just enjoy one way more than the others, and then that makes
That's
sense
true.
too.
If I'm looking into that classic world and I decide that I really like that, and it's a different training method and everything like that, everything's a little bit different. So if I decide I like the classic side more, and I think I can actually excel in that class, then I might do that. But for now, physique, and we'll go from there. I do actually at some point, I think when I build my legs up to a pretty reasonable point, that'll be the point when I go, okay, maybe I feel like I want to show off the legs a little bit.
Right.
So then that might be when I move up to a classic class.
So it took me quite a while to find this, and I don't have an answer yet. But what's interesting is the classic physique is divided up at check-ins. So I wonder if they're not expecting to have all that many competitors in the classic physique.
Huh. So it's just they just wait to see how many they're gonna have
It
and
looks
then divide
like
it
it,
up.
which that's kind of odd to me.
Yeah, that is interesting. You'd think it would already be set. Know what I mean?
You would think so.
What if it's just me?
That
What
would
if
be kind of
there's
funny.
one physique person up there.
So there's going to be teen men's physique, open men's physique, novice men's physique,
It's me.
open physique masters, novice men's physique masters. So you would
novice
for you, I'd probably suggest doing novice and open.
and open.
Yes, that's probably what I'll do as well.
Why open? Just cause.
So the open is everybody,
Right.
and then the novice is just people who haven't won an NPC show. I don't think this is going to have true novice. True novice
Is your first competition?
first competition.
Isn't that what you did?
No,
Or was yours just
they didn't have true novice at mine either.
I see.
They had
So it might mean you've competed literally 6 or 7 times. You just
Yes.
never won one.
Yes.
That's kind of interesting.
I'm getting close to finding what the height classes are. There's 4 divisions. So I should be able to find it here in just a second.
And
But
this is for physique.
yes. But there's no true novice. That would be, it's literally your first time competing in an NPC show.
Huh.
So
Well, I mean, that's just what it's going to be for me.
it looks like up to and including 5'6", over 5'6", up to including 5'8",
Uh-oh.
over 5'8", up to including 5'10", and then over 5'10", all in one category.
Oh, nice. So you could if you wanted to.
What if I was like, my back was popped or
Oh.
something, and I really wanted to compete against you, and I was like 5'9" and 16, 30 seconds? That'd be a half. I was going for 15/16.
Oh, yeah.
So really close to that over 5'10", but didn't quite make it.
Couldn't quite make it.
That would be funny. Yeah,
That
I don't
would
think
be.
I really have any interest in doing physique, though. If I were to pick
wouldn't-
another one,
wouldn't. I think you're going to excel more in classic.
I would probably do bodybuilding over physique.
Oh, and I don't blame you. I mean, it is crazy though, the contrast between like physique and classic. Like you can definitely see like a difference, but the contrast when you go from classic to bodybuilding is
Yeah.
insane.
It really is.
Those
But
guys are like this guy right here.
at the same time, I don't know that I've ever seen a natural bodybuilding show.
I was going to mention that also. So this is an all natural show. I don't know if you already mentioned that or not. I probably wouldn't pay attention. But so it's urinalysis tested. So there's no steroids, testosterone, anything like that. or
Hopefully.
whatever. Well, yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah. Hopefully. Like you mentioned in the Ricky Hughes show, you could theoretically, maybe be on the juice for like the first 3 months and then quit and then do your testing.
I mean, I would think so. Hopefully it
You
doesn't
could-
work out like that.
right,
I don't
no,
know
no.
why
I don't think
anybody
it
would
will.
want to do that and then just do a
Right,
natural
right.
show.
So, yeah, so you're right. The differences between classes might not be as drastic, or hopefully it'll be the differences between everybody on stage with you in your class.
Right.
That being said, you could be with someone who's competed 6 or 7 times in the past and is roided up then, and then just wanted to get maybe an easy win
Yeah,
at
they-
a show.
they wanted
and
to pick
then
up a
quit
dub.
for this one or something like that.
Or-
I don't think that very, I don't think that happens very often, but I don't
Or
know.
they just happen to be off cycle, or they want to claim fake natty.
Yep.
Either way,
Fake natty.
I could see it happening,
That's
but
a big
hopefully
thing
it
that
doesn't.
people claim.
And that
It's a
is
big
no
thing.
reason to be a dismotivator.
No, heck no. I'm up there for myself. It's interesting. It's something I've always wanted to do, but I've always hesitated on doing it.
How come?
Let me think of some excuses
Okay.
for you.
Okay.
I don't know. Probably, honestly, fear.
What are you afraid of?
Well, I'm not anymore. I'm not afraid anymore.
Good.
I don't know. It's such a big commitment. Going, hey, when I
It
pick
is a
this
pretty big
date,
commitment.
I mean, technically, I'm not committed to anything
That's
yet.
true. You haven't sent in an entry form. You haven't paid, and even
Nope,
at that
haven't
point,
paid. Yeah.
you aren't technically committed. You could still just lose out on your money.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm mentally committed to it. So, yeah, it's just, I know it's going to be a lot of work. And in the past, I've always been like, I don't know if I can dedicate that much time and do this and that or whatever, it's a very, I mean, for me, it was a huge lifestyle change.
Yeah.
I got to cut out a bunch of stuff and start doing a lot. I got to get up earlier to do my workouts and stuff like that or whatever. I have to completely change my diet and all that stuff. So I've just been sort of, I guess, afraid or nervous that I wouldn't be able to actually do that. But then I realized, I was like, well, why the hell not?
Yeah.
Like, why can't I do that? I mean, it's literally one of my favorite things to do is to work out. And one of my all-time goals is to get up on a bodybuilding stage. So I was like, well, why don't I just do it then?
Yeah,
Why don't
you
I
might
just
as well
put
just
in the
do it.
fucking work and make it happen.
There's so many people
So I
out
will.
there that just say, "Oh, I'd like to compete someday," and then they put
Yeah.
no effort into it, and they never even actually
Yeah.
just do
Or
it.
just anything. I'd like to do this someday.
Mhm.
Or I hate hearing people say, "Man, I wish I could do that someday." Well, then go and do it.
Yeah, if somebody else is doing it,
Go
there's
and
probably
do
a
it,
pretty
yeah.
good chance you can.
Yeah. I mean, there are very few things that you can say, "I wish I could do that," and actually can't.
Yeah.
I mean, I wish that I could go to space, but I know realistically in that sense, I don't think I would be very good as an astronaut. So
Right?
maybe I just wait till there's a space transportation company, and I go, hey, look, let me get into space. a
Yeah, and
different
then
way.
you're just buying a ticket, and
Yeah.
you're not doing research in space.
No,
Yeah.
and I don't have to be a super genius.
Yeah. But back to the bodybuilding thing.
Yeah.
For your prep, I think the most challenging thing you're going to run into is actually tracking everything you
Yeah.
eat, because I know you probably haven't done that too much in the past.
I hate it.
Why?
I don't like well, because I've never had a reason to need to track.
Right.
So when I think about it, it's like doing homework or something, and then you go, "Oh no, I forgot." You get like busy someday, and then you forget, and then you got to go back and stuff like that or whatever. I just want, yeah. I'd rather just mentally track, but I know
Yeah.
that's not near as accurate. So I definitely do need to track. I don't hate it. I don't.
To be honest,
I
it's
don't
kind
like to
of
do it.
it's weirdly addicting once you
Well,
start
yes.
tracking. At first, it's kind of difficult
I
to
did
get
it
in the
in
hang
high
of it.
school for no reason whatsoever. I wasn't working towards any goal. It's just, it was when sort of around the time when my Fitness Pal first came out, and we had iPads assigned to us in high school, and I got that app, and then like I would just put in like my my school lunch and stuff like that or whatever, and then you realize it's almost like a gaming app.
Yeah.
You're like, oh yeah, I need to go back on there. I need to put my stuff today or whatever. And you're just, yeah,
Yeah, it's weirdly addicting.
you're right. You're right. I'll give it 1 week, and if I'm not hooked, I'm done.
That's fair. That's
Okay.
fair.
I'll be hooked.
You will be
I'll be hooked.
if you want progress.
Yeah, that and writing down the workouts like we just started. I just started doing.
I've been in a real bad habit of not doing it, and I kind
I
of, like I
never
said,
did.
I just do the same weight
Yeah.
for the same reps, and
That's also one of those things where if I'm, if I do bench one day and then I get back on it, I'll just sort of sit there for a second and go, what did I do last time? And about how many reps did I do that weight for? I go, okay, let's just go up like a little bit.
yeah,
Or whatever, but it'll be nicer. Like I can do it the way I have been doing it. It works fine, but it'll work better
right.
if I can just pull out this sheet and know exactly what I did, and then you can see your progress and everything a little bit easier. So,
And it almost holds you accountable to push yourself.
oh yeah, 100%.
Because if you saw, oh, I did 13 reps last time, then you're like, oh, why don't we do 14 reps?
Yeah, right.
Instead
right,
of just getting to 10, or you're like, oh, I did 13 last time.
Yeah.
That's fine.
yeah, definitely. So, yeah, that I would recommend to everybody. Writing down, tracking. You're right, tracking everything. So, camera is off. It's a problem that we have every now and then. We're gonna get it fixed. We've said it since the very first podcast, I'm pretty sure. Don't worry, we'll get that fixed. We'll come back
Yeah.
here.
I think the
We're not
issue
gonna
is our SD card sucks and it doesn't keep up.
Yours. This is
my
not
SD
ours,
card.
all right?
Okay.
If I were to have brought an SD card, you'd
Then
know.
it would be.
Because it'd be great.
Yeah. Yeah.
It would
naturally.
suck like it does.
So if anybody has any suggestions on SD cards that don't suck, please let us know in the comments. That would be fantastic.
That would be fantastic.
I don't even know what the brand is, but I'm probably not going to buy another one of those.
No. We haven't gotten any Instagram.
No, I don't think we
Question.
have.
That's
Evidently
okay,
on
though.
Sunday nights, Instagram is
That's
a
okay.
little bit dead.
Or they just don't want to ask us questions.
That
I'm okay
might
with
be-
either one. I'm okay
that
with either
might
one.
be the more realistic thing.
This is the least prep show we've ever had. And that's okay. I mean, we're doing all right so far. We've got no questions laid out. nothing planned or anything like that. So it does feel kind of nice to just sort of talk about whatever. I definitely think you guys are going to like the next Revenant podcast because we are going to have a special guest on whose name will remain a secret right now. But we're going to have our first guest on the Revenant podcast. We're going to talk to that person about their passion and what they like to do. So
that is going to be pretty exciting.
That one will be fun.
I think we should make them feel awkward, move the table up a little bit, and just plop them right there.
Right there.
So the camera can be right in their
in
face.
front of the camera. I know a couple people who would probably be okay with that, though.
I think that actually makes the most sense, though.
No.
I was thinking about...
Because it's either that or it's right behind them, or if we move the camera over there to like an angle, it's like you won't be face on in the shot, they won't be face on or whatever. So I think we could do it maybe like maybe more of a up down shot, so they don't feel like it's right there.
Yeah.
Or move the guest, move them here, I'll move over there. I don't mind the camera.
Or that.
That's a really easy solution. So, but yeah, what's up?
Not a whole
You're
lot.
pointing at me.
No, sorry about that.
You did that. Like,
sorry about that.
Go. Your turn. Let's go. Come on.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I think we need to know when to quit. And I don't think us sitting here going, what should we talk about next, is very good content at all. So we're going to wrap up this one. Like I said, this will either be episode 3 or 4 for the Revenant podcast. So check us out on YouTube, on Instagram at the Revenant Lifestyle.
Yes.
And then also check out the Ricky Hughes show. I'm the first guest on it. Kind of a big deal.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty big.
You'll probably like that one a lot better than today's episode of Revenant. We talked about a lot of great stuff, a lot of similar stuff about the workout and the competing and stuff like that. But so check that out at the Ricky. Well, it's the Ricky Hughes show on your YouTube
right now it's just on my YouTube
profile,
channel,
which is just Ricky Hughes.
Yes.
How do you spell Hughes? Because I guarantee
H-U-S-E.
Yeah, I guarantee you it's not H-U-G-H-E-S.
That's true. This way actually makes sense. It doesn't sound like hugs, but that's neither here nor there.
Hugs.
So with that,
I don't know. That's what it sounds like. A big G-H. It sounds like
hugs.
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 So Hughes, right.
Yeah.
With that, we're going to wrap this up. So next Revenant podcast will be a lot better, guys. So thanks for tuning in today, and we will see you next time.
Awesome.